Friends, we discussed about Gyan, Karm, Bhakti, Tapasya. But what for? We considered all this because we are working on a path which can lead to a peaceful, happy, healthy world of people who have opportunity to live happily, to prosper happily, and to achieve their life goals in a peaceful manner. The new world order. Since we are looking towards that, we are looking at various options. We looked at the reforms, we looked about the true knowledge, we accepted all that which was discussed in the world requirement as politics, business, services, etc. etc. But the fact this is the world of human being. Human being is the master of this world. And for this, human beings control every activity in the universe in this on this earth. Therefore, to achieve peace, happiness, balance, we need to create good human beings, which we had discussed in the enlightened human beings for enlightened systems, and enlightened human beings and systems for new world order. We also discussed that this enlightenment comes through self-realization. We had discussed the method of self-realization that we put our both hands forward, open, as if praying Almighty, and request for boon as God please grant us self-realization. But we once again need to understand that what we are discussing under Karm, Gyan, Bhakti, actually all these things can come from self-realization. In fact, not only can come, that seems to be the only path. We have tried various paths, we have been to various systems, looked at religious, spiritual, philosophical, yogic, and whatnot, and ultimately we found that kundalini awakening, which leads to self-realization, seems to be the only assured path of true knowledge. Even the yoga, which is being taught as solution to all worldly problems, if you look at its various steps, starting from yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, and in between pratyahar, all these are leading towards one part, samadhi. And samadhi is a state which is achieved after self realization. Or when we reach the stage of samadhi, we acquire self realization, the true knowledge. And Mahatma Buddha got it, Mahavir Jain got it, all other divine gurus, and there are many other divinities who were born, all had self realization. But nowhere it was explained how it was achieved. Mahatma Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree and suddenly got, realization, or it dawned as from heaven. It was never explained how. But today, there is a system which has now, because the science has grown, so spiritual science also has grown, which we call meta science. And now we understand that all the paths which have been coming over ages from Satyug to Kalyug and have been talking about the connectivity with the God Almighty, acquiring boons from the God Almighty, getting boons, and samadhi sthiti. These are all aspects of self realization. Once the self realization is achieved, it which happens with the union of Atma with Paramatma, which happens through the Kundalini awakening, whether we awaken the Kundalini or Kundalini awakens to give us the blessings of self realization. This depends on the Guru, on the teacher, on the master who is leading us on that path. But the fact is, if we go deep and analyze, people may not have been explaining, people may not have been writing, but the real fact of the life is God has created this instrument inside us, known as Kundalini instruments, and its working leads to self realization, and self realization leads to the union, or self realization is a consequence of union of Atma with Paramatma, which is yoga. Therefore, self-realization and yoga are moving together, and in modern times, there is a system known as Sahaj Yoga, the yoga system using Sahaja. Sa means together, Ja means Janma. That means God has created an instrument with us, and using that instrument, which is known as Kundalini instrument, we achieve self-realization. For this, we had discussed in previous discussions on self-realization, on Atma Gyan, Atma, Paramatma, Kundalini system, instrument of self-realization, etc. That it is a system of nadis and chakras. Nadis means nerves. Nerves means in the body we have a autonomous nervous system which defends, which acts as a defense system, defends us from infections, defends us from all type of external threats as a sixth sense. This system has three aspects: left sympathetic, right sympathetic, and parasympathetic, which are basically known in yoga as Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, and which are responsible for the human nature as tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic pravritis. Therefore, self realization is the true expression of the human nature. Whether we are left sided, whether we are right sided, after self realization, slowly, slowly as we practice, which is the central stage, the stage of Sushumna or Satyamarg, the mark of the path of truth, the self realization, and become sattvic people. That Sattvic should not be understood with the vegetarian non-vegetarian. Sattvic means having feeling for others, compassion for others, respecting God Almighty, and caring for livings. That's the sattvic nature. Knowing God, knowing His creation, and connecting to God as a final solution for everything in life, in this creation. Therefore, enlightened human beings, enlightened systems are the gifts of self realization. This is needed for true knowledge, for true actions, for true dedication as bhakti to the God Almighty. And this will lead to an enlightened system or new world order in which every living and human beings in particular will have a place for blooming like a flower, achieving growth in every aspect of life, and live happily a long and happy, healthy life. God bless all. Self realization is the key. We have discussed to- many discussions in the previous videos on self-realization, Atm Gyan, Atma Paramatma, Kundalini instrument, etc. Kindly let us put our attention towards self-realization and master a tool of creating a perfect, a balanced, peaceful world. God bless all. God bless. Jai Bharat. Jai Hind.